Hi there. I thought I'd bring you along on a video of making hamburgers. A simple, easy recipe, but one of my friends was asking, how do you make the hamburgers? So I'm going to show you. Really simple and easy, and I started the video and then my camera shut off because it was full, so I've already opened up 2 packages of hamburger, and I put in half a cup of this steak sauce. It's Vidalia onion steak sauce from a local produce market that we have here. And I am going to mix this with my hands, so if it offends anybody, you might want to leave now. Let me grab a knife. I have, like I said, 2 pounds of hamburger, so I usually use 1 egg per pound. So I have 2 eggs, and I find it easier to smash the eggs with a knife or spatula or something. I'm done with the knife. So what I'm going to do is stick my hands in here and kind of work this in. Then I'm going to put in some breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs I use, right now they're plain. These are breadcrumbs that I make myself. I make my own homemade bread, and then I dehydrate the bread to make my own breadcrumbs, and I do croutons as well, which are really good. So let's see, I have my spices. I have garlic, I have pepper, I also like dill. My husband and I love dill. And then that, and you know what, I'm going to grab salt. We'll put some salt in it. I'm going to mix this up. You can use any type of sauce that you like. I made these last week with ketchup. My husband loves a certain brand of ketchup, so we use that. And I had that in there. Now this is a really wet consistency, and that's why you want your breadcrumbs. You can use breadcrumbs, of course, bought from the store. You can use crackers. You can smash up saltines and make your own breadcrumb that way. I actually did that last week as well. It's a simple, easy recipe. And we're going to cook these on the grill tonight, possibly using the Stovetech. We might use the Chimney. Okay, now I'm going to throw in some spices. So I'm going to rinse my hands off. When you work with raw meat, you do need to be very careful about what you're doing. I have a rag here to grab my spices with because I just rinsed my hands. But I don't measure. I'm just going to shake this in. This garlic is a very strong garlic. I dehydrated garlic bulbs, and it came out so good. So I don't use a lot of that garlic because it is very strong, but we sure love garlic. I probably put in, I'd say 2 teaspoons of garlic. We need more pepper. 2 teaspoons of pepper I think would be good. Just a little bit of salt to taste, basically. And then with the dill, let's see, okay. I'm just going to shake it, and I know I'm kind of shaking backwards here. I just drop in a little bit. I'm going to put in a teaspoon. It's probably about a teaspoon. That's good enough. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to do the breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs are going to get that moisture up a little bit. You don't want a lot of breadcrumbs because you still want the moisture. So I'll put that there. Put that right there, and then mix it in. Okay, that's really coming out good. On camera, you can't really see how moist the meat is, but it's not super dry. You don't want it really dry when you make this. And I think I'm going to put in more. Yeah, see, this is kind of falling apart, so I need more breadcrumbs in that. Okay, so okay, and I'm just going to grab this because I'm washing it. Woo. Yeah, you never want to use raw meat, cook raw meat, put your hands in raw meat, and then grab something else that you're not going to wash. This could cause sickness, so you got to be really careful about that. We cook our meat fully. My husband does not like medium rare or rare, so we usually cook it up real good. Now that's really good. Now I had put in about a cup of breadcrumbs, okay? And there's a little bit left in that. So about a cup worth of breadcrumbs to 2 pounds of meat, 2 eggs, half a cup of sauce, whatever sauce you want, and then whatever herbs you like. And then I have a bowl here that I'm going to put my hamburgers in. My husband likes big hamburgers, so let's see if I can do this. Let's see. I think that's a good, it's sticky to touch, it's not falling apart, so I think that's good with the breadcrumbs. I'll put it in my bowl and then make another one. It's really pretty easy. You can add whatever spices you want into it. You add whatever breadcrumbs, you know. But there. My dad used to make these all the time. And these are different sizes. I'm not very good with making them all the same size. So I know there's a trick. Somebody out there knows it. But as long as you watch your hamburgers when they're cooking, it's not too big a deal, I don't think. Now that would be huge. Oh, and it smells so good. I can smell the dill. That's our favorite spice, I think. I'm making just balls right now, hamburger balls, meatballs, just to see how I'm doing. Yeah, and they're all pretty consistent. And there are other ways that you can do this. I know that they make little plastic containers that you can smush your meat into to make your perfect hamburgers, but I'm not going to spend money on that. I just do it this way. Simple, easy. And I'm going to shut the camera off. I have a piece of wax paper so the hamburgers don't stick together, and I'll put hamburgers on top here. And I'll probably end up having to grab another piece of wax paper. That way I can cook up my burgers. And for 2 pounds, I have 6 good burgers and possibly 2 smaller burgers, which I like the smaller ones because I can't eat half a pound of meat. It's a lot of hamburger right there. So 2 smaller burgers for me. 8 hamburgers in all. That's not bad for 2 pounds of meat. And these hamburgers are big enough that my husband might eat 2 of them, but we also have corn on the cob, and I was thinking about making homemade French fries as well, which I believe I've already uploaded that video. If you haven't seen it, check it out, and if it's not on there, I'll put it on there. Now, let me wash my hands so I can shut off the camera. Okay, grab my handy dandy towel here, and goodbye. Okay guys, we are going to cook those great burgers out here. We have our stovetop cooking working, and I'm going to put my Griswold pan up here. It fits perfectly, and I love that. I don't want it to get too hot though, so I need to be careful as to how much wood I put in here. As you push your sticks in, it's obviously burning, it's cooking. We have a bigger stick in here. And I like the bigger sticks rather than the small ones because it is kind of tedious. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a... Okay folks, here we have our hamburgers, and for us, they're cooked well. And for you, you might want to make them a little less cooked, but this is what we like, that little bit of a char. They cooked really well. And I'm going to split this one open. I'm going to show you the inside. Alright, I'm going to bring the camera over because it's staying together. There, that's what it looks like inside. Very cooked, very yummy. That's the way we like our burgers. I know a lot of people do medium rare or even rare, and that's fine. You can do that with hamburger. You can't do that with chicken or pork. But I have a container here to put them into, and then I'm going to cook the last 4. In the last video, or the last segment of this video, will be us eating and trying. Yum yum. And we're going to have corn on the cob. I was going to make homemade french fries, but I don't think I'll do that tonight.